to Ashili Sports, and this time round, another episode of player rating, and it was Chelsea versus Crystal Palace, or Crystal Palace versus Chelsea, and it ended 2 goals to 1. Graham Potter first win for Chelsea as a manager, or Graham Potter first win as a manager for Chelsea. Also, Conor Gallagher strike, a spectacular strike from Conor Gallagher, and Aubameyang also equalizing the goal for Chelsea at a dying moment for Chelsea. Let's get on to it and see how the performance of individual players. Once again, some players need to do better for the Blues for sure. Why not? Because this time round we are not going to joke, because after spending a lot of money, and hey, Tuchel out and Graham Potter came in, it's still a little bit shaky for the Blues, and hey, I don't like that. I don't have kind of patience to be waiting and waiting and waiting and waiting. And even at the point of conceding goal in the game wasn't what I was expecting as well, because if it is quality compared to both sides, you will see that Chelsea have the quality out there. But what Patrick Vieira men are doing is all about momentum, is all about the zeal, and Chelsea players could not show me zeal in the early days of the game. But hey, let's get on to it and rate individual players and see how they perform in this game on Saturday. What a spectacular win from Chelsea, and what a spectacular goal from Conor Gallagher. And people are talking about his goals, even out of Chelsea fans. Let's see how this could be. This is a moment for Conor Gallagher to earn a spot in Chelsea squad. What do you think about it, guys? Smash them in the comment section. And hey, we all know how it is, and we all know how things are actually working out. And hey, let's begin in our player rating and see players need to better off their performance and which players need to be able to stay in their momentum. Hey, to my point of view, every player out there needs to upgrade his performance, because I see West in the last game. Even though Chelsea grabbed the 3 points out of Crystal Palace, and it's a derby as well, we all know how difficult it's going to be. But hey, that wasn't enough performance the fans need from the players. And hey, we all know what is going to happen, and we all know what has been happening in the closed door, because hey, Edward Mendy wasn't able to get in and make his debut because hey, he has been injured for quite a number of games. And Kepa Arrizabalaga was opposed for Chelsea. We are beginning with the goalpost area where Arrizabalaga, this guy has been a spectacular goalkeeper. He has been patient. He has been masterclass of his own. No complaints, no nothing for him. And hey, what he has done last week was just something I was expecting from Arrizabalaga. Kepa have been a spectacular goalkeeper. Yes, he was able to stop Eze strike in the early minutes of the game and keep on with his confidence in the game, was able to capture and be talking to the defense, and was able to do a lot of things for the Chelsea. Massive points for Arrizabalaga, and I think he needs more improvement. Even though he has been a good goalkeeper, he has been absolutely massive goalkeeper, and I love Kepa, because if it was another goalkeeper now, he would have been finding his way. But hey, the goalkeeper hasn't complained. Perfectly competent performance from Arrizabalaga, and I think he is just a good goalkeeper as any other, and a lot of things would have wished to have a second goalkeeper like Kepa. Let's see how he keep on making good saves for Chelsea. Absolutely for Chelsea, massive saves, and hey, he showed great confidence and command of his area during the Eagles area assault, because the expectation from Aston was just something that I think Arrizabalaga is one of the best goalkeeper, or one of the few goalkeepers who are doing quite better in this position. And hey, I am giving Kepa 7. What do you think, guys? Let me know your opinions. Let me know what you think about it, because it's just what we are is what we are doing, and what we are doing is just bringing you the best of what we can do. This is just massive, massive, massive performance from this goalkeeper, and we're looking forward to see what he will be doing. Even though it just looked like, hey, Edward Mendy will be coming back anytime soon. I'm not sure, but hey, when he comes back, there will be a lot of in that area, because he needs to be totally off his best before he can be able to make it for himself. So let's see what is going to happen in the goal area of Chelsea. Even though Kepa is buzzing at this point, and Kepa is doing absolutely massive here. Let's get on to the defensive area of Chelsea. And guys, who do you think will be going next? Hey, let's go to Wesley Fofana. Guys, what do you think about Wesley Fofana performance? Let me know your opinions. Let me know what you thought about Wesley Fofana in this area, because hey, he is just a player. A lot of fans were just trying every possible means for Fofana, who is a youngster, and we got him from Leicester City. He has been absolutely amazing, amazing defender, and he always wants to come to Chelsea. Here he is yesterday, given the opportunity again yesterday to do what he can be able to do for Chelsea. Wasn't looking so quite perfectly for Fofana. I think he's still adapting to the London side, because he's just coming, and this is just one of the 2 or 3 games that he has been able to play for Chelsea. Let's see what he's capable of doing in the field of play. Beyond poor for the Palace opener, sloppy, giving away possession before leaving Edward with the space of Shawhart Park to get in behind and stop and tap the home and tap the goal in. Settle for the most part of the game after. Fofana was able to settle for the most part of the game, but it wasn't just what we're looking for. I'm looking forward to see Fofana, the best of Fofana we used to know what he can offer. But for him to be able to sloppy performance or poor performance, or maybe just a mistake and leading to the goal, wasn't what we were expecting. But hey, he's a youngster. He's just building on his game. He's just trying part of what Chelsea is trying to build. But hey, after all, Chelsea won the game, and Chelsea won the game perfectly. But I don't think that was the performance I was expecting from Fofana, and I think he still needs more room for improvement, because this is just the beginning of the season. This is just the beginning of the league, and I think he'll do as much as possible as well, because hey, it wasn't just him, but it was a lot of stuff he needs to go in to do, and I think Fofana can do better. And for that matter, I'm rating him 6 out of 10. Guys, if what, let me know in the comment section. Let me know your opinions and suggestions in the comment section, because hey, this is all of us coming together to make it one unique style and one unique thing for ourselves. It's just an amazing, amazing, amazing time, and great, great, great performance. Even though Fofana wasn't just all that perfect, but hey, he can improve and he can do better. Need him to be up with his games, because this is Chelsea. You need to perform before you will be adored. You need to do your best before you can be able to get playing time. A lot of youngsters out there to grab this position, and Fofana knew it very well. And I think, hey, he will be able to grab this position very, 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 very himself. Now, let's move to no other person but, hey, the man himself, the man of the moment, the man I call just what I call him one of the best right wing back in the Premier League, or if not one of the best right wing back in Premier League, and it's no other person but hey, this man, Reece James. Reece James has been, hey, I don't know what to describe this guy. He has been a player for Chelsea. He has been a leader for Chelsea. He has been a lot for Chelsea. Even convincing Fofana alone to come to Chelsea was something for the Blues. And for yesterday game on Saturday game was another performance from Reece James, and I think he could be able to do a lot of better. Future captain for Chelsea, I see him because he comports himself. He has been adored by all because he is just simple the best. He is looking for the future. He is looking now and for the future for Blues, and anytime he wear the blue jersey, he is something else. Anytime he wear the blue jersey, he is something else. Not to talk of if he's not wearing it, he talks more for Chelsea. Let's see what is in store for Reece James because and the last game was just something that I think he defensively sound very, very well. Certainly demonstrated his usual attacking, powerful and post on the right flank and was just creating chances as well. But even though a lot of people might say he needed to put in more balls in for players like Aubameyang to be able to get more goals in the game, but I think he did very well and he did massive well because a lot of chances created by Reece James, and let's see what is going to be happening because the players haven't actually gelled into each other. Aubameyang is in there. Hey, let's see what this guy could be able to. I'm hoping Reece James could make a lot of assists this season and also scoring himself because we all know him to be scoring and to be getting important goals for Chelsea. And Reece James is just a spectacular defender, and I think last game he was just one of his best, but wasn't just what am I going to say? He needs to put in more effort so that we're able to give him 10 out of 10. But hey, this time around, I don't think it is what we are. All of them are just trying to come up with their best. And Reece James, I am offering him 7 out of 10. If you think otherwise, let me know your opinions. Let me know your suggestions in the comment section because Reece James is just one of the best. And 7 out of 10, I think he still need more room for improvement. And he's a versatile player who can play a lot of positions in Chelsea team. But hey, being paused at the right wing flank. I think he's just best out there, and I think it will be good for Chelsea in coming days. It's just that I don't have Harry Potter needs to be. I don't know. He's well, we'll still that will be another video for the day because I think Harry Potter still he needs to be kind of that kind of manager like Thomas Tuchel, like his speech. He needs to bring that kind of speeches that will motivate more fans or more players out there. What has happened. We cannot turn anything on because Chelsea has been owned by individual and the individual decided and he has decided and he is lucky to pick someone like Graham Potter because for me, I think well, let's see what is going to happen because some of us still have that feeling of Thomas Tuchel sacking wasn't the best thing because it was too early to sack a coach. But for the management to do that, let's see what is going to happen and let's see what's going to happen. And this James, 7 out of 10, I think it's not so bad for him. And hey, he could still improve more and more and more and more. So, guys, we are still in the defensive phase of Chelsea. We just finished with Wesley Fofana, Reece James, and now who is next? Who is next? Who is next? The man himself. The man that I cannot I simply call him the best. I simply call him the best of the best. The man himself, the defender general for Chelsea, and we all know what he's capable of doing, and that is no other person but Thiago Silva. Thiago Silva has been an amazing defender and a captain in the defensive phase for Chelsea for so quite a number of seasons now. And on Saturday, he showed the same momentum. He showed that momentum again, and that I've been talking about. Anytime he's called for, this guy just look like a legend, or he is just the legend of blue. It doesn't look like he came from any other club, also. It's just like they give birth to him in Chelsea. And anytime he called for, he is just out there for his best, and who the cap fit, let them wear it and let them wear it. And hey, this guy has just been a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful defender for Chelsea. And I think he needs more and he can do more and he can do a lot when it comes to this kind of performance. And hey, Thiago Silva, for him last game on Saturday, it truly was bizarro world from the man they call O Monstro. O Monstro is just a player that I like this. I just like this guy and the way he defends. It was either great fortune or really play from the cunning old fox to avoid a red card for a quite deliberate handball as he dropped to the deck on the Palace counter attack. This is what he has been doing. This is what and he's just experiencing the game. If it was any other player, it could have been red card, but this guy was the one getting for the ball and the other player attacking, and that is what they explain. Yes, that's how they explain it. And I don't see any kind of red card in this game because he actually got the ball and he was just an amazing, amazing, amazing defender once again for Chelsea. Before he found himself in nosebleed territory and far from the defensive home to register a headed assist for Chelsea, number 9, to strike. Thiago Silva, and in unconventional performance, but exotic class all the same. Be this guy, I don't know what I'll just describe him. I just need a single word, and the single word that comes in mind is just unstoppable, unstoppable or unbelievable defender. That is just what I can describe Thiago Silva and no other person. He's just one of the best in Premier League because with his age and couple of with this performance, I think he has just been great performance for us. And I think he will do more for Chelsea. And I'm looking forward to see him extending his contract once again. A lot of people say he was just coming for a year, but now it looks like he's coming for more than a year. Let's see how this is gonna perform for all of us. And hey, I am giving him 8 out of 10. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you think about Thiago Silva in the game against Crystal Palace. Even though a lot of performance was boring in the first half, was boring in the few minutes of the game, but hey, for this to happen, Thiago Silva, that is just what I was expecting from him. And guys, now let's go for who. We are still in the defensive phase, and no other person but our left wing back, our left-footed player. Everybody know Ben Chilwell. Ben Chilwell was the one who came in. He already had what do you call it, a goal at hand in this season as well. And this guy, as I said, there's a lot of Cucurella coming on. I was thinking maybe Cucurella will stick to the third back position, but for Chelsea to go in for Fofana, it means that Ben Chilwell and Cucurella need to battle for that position. And I was thinking, hey, Cucurella first game, it would have been very, very difficult for Ben Chilwell to come into the game. But hey, for him to came on the last game and was able to score goal for Chelsea, I think Graham Potter had it right to put him in the defensive phase for Chelsea. But the defender was not actually that sharp for me. Wasn't actually everything was just good for me. But sometimes caught cold to let Jordan Ayew, the Ghanaian talent boy, whip in a good ball for the host goal and generally struggle with the pace of the game. Albeit there is a level of understanding that mitigated factors make that so. So let's see what is going, because I know Ben Chilwell is a fighter and he could just be coming back with a spectacular move, with a lot of fantastic movement, and he could fight for that position because we saw him the last time when he came to Chelsea. We thought, hey, Marcus Alonso could put on that position, but Ben Chilwell did his best by securing that position. Let's see between Ben Chilwell and Cucurella who will be able to get that spot. But that last last game on Saturday against Palace, Ben Chilwell didn't pull that match for me. Because of that, I'm giving him 5.5 out of 10. He still need a room for improvement, and he will improve more because the season has just started and he has just started. Let's see what is going to be happening, and let's see what will be happening for sure. But hey, without doubt, this is just an amazing day, an amazing performance. And hey, first win for Graham Potter is not that. It's not, we all know, but Aubameyang with that spectacular strike and with that, his first goal for Chelsea and also spectacular strike from Conor Gallagher has been amazing for Chelsea. But let's get into the midfield phase of Chelsea. We all know in the midfield phase, we had players like Jorginho, we have Kovacic as well, because hey, the man himself, what do you call it? The midfield general himself is still injured and wasn't part of this game, and I'm hoping he could be back soon because hey, this was just a disastrous midfield performance for Chelsea. Let's start with the man himself because for me, I think just on Saturday the midfield wasn't all that great and wasn't performance wasn't all that level. But hey, Jorginho is a player I respect that much. Yeah, I respect him because he people don't see what he does, but whenever he's not in the game, we don't see ourselves owning possession. And this game was one of the games that Jorginho, I think, wasn't just looking pretty or wasn't just looking that much, just far too sluggish, just too fast, sluggish, and also pedestrian in the middle of the park, unable to inject any meaningful tempo into proceeding. Like he wasn't able to put in that tempo we used to know him. It was just something that I just couldn't describe. Brought the game to a standstill for both sides. Too easily bypassed by Crystal Palace. He was, I don't know. That's what I said. This was just the worst very poor performance from our midfielders. And I don't know what is actually happening. We all know when Kante is not there, our midfield is very, very, very weak and very, very weak as well. But for sure, let's see what is going to happen next, and let's see what is going to happen in the next game because I hope Kante will be back. And hey, one of these midfielders will be dropping. And Jorginho, for me, last game was not actually the best for sure. But hey, let's see who is who and let's see what will be happening in the next few games for us. So because of that, I'm giving Jorginho 5 out of 10 in this game. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section because he was too sluggish for me and was too sluggish to my liking in the game. And in the first game, it was just looking very boring. I was bored in until Chelsea equalized the goal. That is how best and that is how extremely the game went for me. So let's see what is going to happen. And we are still in the midfield phase and we could be going to no other person but the man I think has been absolutely amazing for Chelsea for the past few years, joining Chelsea from Real Madrid, and he has been absolutely amazing. Whenever you call him, he is there for Chelsea. Whenever he get the call, he will be there, unless he is not fit or unless he is injured, and that is Kovacic for you. And Kovacic yesterday or on Saturday was also in the midfield, and I didn't think it was just, as I said, midfield was just proper. You don't expect him to put that much effort because he is just coming from injury and he is not yet quite there. Yeah, we can have that excuse for him. We can have that excuse for Jorginho, but hey, hasn't quite got up to speed since returning from injury, and this was an uncharismatically sloppy display from the Croatian. Probably yes, let's see. But I think as he get better, his game will grow. Quite useful, quite useful in possession, and he seems to rush the majority of his decisions while also being dragged into scrappy battles on plenty of occasions. Yeah, we all know what he can do. He's the only player who posed to be able to do much better and much better when it comes to getting on man by man to create spaces for Chelsea. But let's see how this could work out for the Blues, and let's see how it will work out for Kovacic. But hey, our defensive midfielders in this game was quite just disastrous. We're lucky to get that win for Graham Potter in the first game. But hey, I think we could just be making more and more exciting in these games and more exciting in the game. So let's move on to the next. Remember, on Wednesday we have a game, Champions League game against Milan, and that one is something that I'm looking at and I'm waiting forward to see. But hey, let's see in the midfield. Let's move to no other person but the darling boy of Chelsea. When I said darling boys, maybe a lot of guys are still looking for the darling boy, but no other person and no other but Mason Wood. Mason Mount has been a Chelsea youngster, and hey, growing up from the academy, he knows the philosophy of the team. So he has been doing his possible best to stay in the first team. And hey, scoring a goal against um scoring a goal against Germany in the England international friendly. Yes, you expected him to start, but hey, he is not also of his best this time round. I don't know what is happening to Mason Mount, but hey, let's see what is there, because I was complaining and someone told me that Mason Mount doesn't start his season quite good. But I don't believe it. But hey, if you think it's true, let me know in the comment section, because he looked half decent for Southgate England in few days prior, but has been absent without leave for both Tuchel and Porter. Or Porter's Chelsea. That's far this season. To be frank with you, that's absolutely right, because he has not been doing his best in for Chelsea this season. Spoon a decent headed chances before shamefully wasting a hand indirect free kick inside the area. Whether it's a case of hype going to the head of Mason Mount, I don't know. Whether it's the hype that is actually making him bring such performance to Chelsea, I don't know. But Chelsea talisman needs to focus on his football again. He needs to focus. He needs to get it right, because this guy, we all know what he brings into Chelsea face. That energy, that momentum, that struggle, that battling for football this season, I haven't seen it at all. All this performance have gathered for the owners to be sacking Tuchel. But let's see what Potter will bring out of these guys, because we all know what he is capable of doing as well. But hey, whoever the cap fit, let them wear it and let them wear it. And at this moment, I don't think Mason Mount has been the one that we've been looking for to make it a right deal for all of us. But hey, he can still improve his game. He can still do much better in his game, and I'm looking forward to seeing him making it for sure. And hey, out of this, I'm giving him 5 out of 10 in the last game against Crystal Palace, because he needs to do more. He doesn't need to to disgrace me, because I know what he's capable of doing. And hey, let's see what is going to happen in the next few days of Mason Mount. But hey, Champions League on your way. Probably these guys were just trying their best to stay fit for the Champions League game against Milan, because we need to win that game and we need to go in and make it a master architect for ourselves. And whoever the cap fit, let's get on and make it happen. We rate the players without fear or favor, and hey, it could just be the one we could be looking for. But Mason Mount, he needs to go in and make it a spectacular game for all of us. Let's get on, and let's get on to no other person but the man himself, King of Kai Havertz. This is what we've been talking about. After getting two wonderful goals for Germany against England in the international friendly, this guy has been absolutely quiet this season for Chelsea. I don't know what is wrong with him this season, but hey, I think they are still going to make it. Or maybe the sacking of the coach is getting into them as well. Maybe they didn't also expected it, but let's see. Whatever be the case, they need to do their job and they need to do it perfectly well. But this guy, you know the prospect he holds. We all know what he can do in the offensive phase of the game. But for Graham Potter to start him because he got 2 goals for German against England international league. But let's see what is going to happen. He had a plenty of slickness and fleet footness to like from the silky German. But hey, lacking bit and gill in the position when he mattered most. Yeah, both with purpose and intent, but with a void of instinct. We all know what he's capable of doing. We all know the chances that he can create. And hey, we all know how he is when he is in the face of the goalpost. But this season, it hasn't not been so for him this season. Everyone seems to be struggling in the Chelsea team, and we don't know what exactly is worrying the players. But what I know is they will be up to the task and they will be up to the task as well. But hey, without doubt, I'm looking forward to see them just give us an absolutely performance and massive performance in these games as well. But let's see who is who and who could be making it a master architect in the game. But whoever the cap fit, let them wear it and let them wear it. And at the moment, it is just what we have been looking for. Come on, guys, let's see who is who and who is who could just make it a master architect here. And hey, I thought this guy could have been able to prove a point here and be able to make it a master architect for all of us. But it just seemed like we are all looking forward and we are all looking like we could have just done anything for ourselves. But it looks not right, but I'm looking forward to see what could just be happening for sure. But whoever is gonna be, it is Kai Havertz, and Kai Havertz could bring back that glory again. 6 out of 10, I'm giving Kai Havertz. What do you think about that? Let me know in the comment section. And let's move to the man himself, Pierre Emery Aubameyang. Pierre Emery Aubameyang. This guy. Well, we all know with his age and with this time, the way things are actually going, he's coming back to Chelsea and he might be flop. But hey, this guy keep on showing the world that he is capable of scoring. And he is just a typical of a goal scorer. And for him to come in at this moment with his time, with his purpose, with all the zeal to equalize that goal for Chelsea was just a turning point for the Blues in the game. This is what we've been looking for, a typical striker who brings nothing but the best in his side. And Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang to get his first goal for Chelsea against Crystal Palace in a London derby in the in the Eagles' home is just spectacular for his tattoo. And I think he will keep on giving Chelsea the goals. What a player he is, and what a massive player he is. Many sniff at the price tag. A lot of people were talking about the price and the contract length, and more of the point, the age of the former Arsenal man when he was brought in on a deadline day this summer. And I've been saying it. Look, this is not the first player Chelsea is going to get who is an Arsenal ex. Giroud was there, who was just a spectacular. Arsenal, most of the times, what I know is Chelsea is just, they just know how sometimes to use old players. And during Mourinho time, you could see him getting a young striker and an old striker, the likes of Eto, the likes of Anelka, and all that. You just look like the previous season. They forgot that scenario, and for them to bring in on Aubameyang, and we have the likes of Kai Havertz, we have the likes of what's the Chelsea youngster name? See, of what's his name? Of I've forgotten. But Raheem Sterling is also there, who is very very experienced and can also strike for Chelsea. But hey, let's see how this is going to be. And I like the way the system, the way they brought him in. And hey, Nkunku is also coming to Chelsea in the next summer transfer with next winter transfer window in January. Let's see how things could be working for sure. And hey, for me, I think Pierre Emery Aubameyang was just massively great, massively performance, and yet it is apparent his sharp edge and eye for goal has not won in spite of his relatively advancing years. Absolutely amazing and amazing. His equalizer was a finish of the highest order and a moment that the Blues desperately needed on the cusp of the interval to bring a new dynamic to the proceeding. Let's see what could happen. Let's see what is going to happen, and let's see how things are really gonna be working for sure. And for me, Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, I'm giving him 8 out of 10. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it as well. But for him, I think he could do much, much, much better for Chelsea and for us all. And hey, we are moving to no other person but the man himself. The man himself. He always follow blue because from City to Chelsea. Yeah, I heard Haaland. I heard Ellen Haaland saying, Manchester is blue. So equally, London is blue. And now Raheem Sterling from blue to blue. But hey, he said he liked the darker one. He said he liked the darker one. So let's see what the darker one could be able to bring him. And this guy, believe me, in from City and with all the pressure and all the momentum that they've been talking and saying a lot for this guy. I think he has been absolutely amazing for Chelsea since arriving. But yet, on Saturday or the game between Crystal Palace, something I just did. It wasn't just clicking for Raheem Sterling, or guilty of trying to be too cute and too clever when carrying the ball in advanced position. His instinctive and drive cannot be faulted, but he can be too selfish to a fault when opening arise. As I said, Raheem Sterling was just an amazing, he's just a great player for coming to Chelsea and be able to save Chelsea in a couple of occasions, scoring some goals for Chelsea as well. But hey, on Saturday against Crystal Palace in the Eagles' home wasn't just enough for Raheem Sterling. And I think he needs to improve and he needs to give us consistency because it's consistency we are looking out for. You can't give us performance this minute and then the next game is just another total different games altogether. But without doubt, I think Raheem Sterling could be able to do it for Chelsea. And for me, last game wasn't his game and wasn't just best. And I still think he will improve. So I'm giving him 5.5 out of 10. If you think otherwise, let me know in the comment section. Let me know what you think about it because it is just an amazing and it's just a great, great, great stuff for all of us. Whoever the cap fit, let them wear it and let them wear it. And I think, hey, these guys have been absolutely amazing and great, great, great time for all of them. But let's see how things could be working and let's see how this could be working for all of them. Whoever it is, let's go in for sure and let's make it a great one. 5.5 for Raheem Sterling is not all that bad. But hey, right now we move to the bench. We move to the substitutes as well because Ruben Loftus-Cheek, who came on in the 55th minute, 55th minute, let's get on. And I think, hey, Ruben Loftus-Cheek was just, I don't know, but hey, he is just a spectacular player. Some people call him that because the injury he got and last season, the way he was able to perform for Chelsea, I think if he keep that momentum, he could be getting playing moment for himself and for the club. But hey, at this moment, he came on and he came on in a moment that Chelsea midfield was just very, very sloppy. And they brought him on in the 55th minute. on the Palace for Jorginho to bring more stability and still to the engine room. Although the Lewis Ham man failed to leave much of an impressive on the game, but I think generally he came on. I think things were a little bit better than the first, but for him, I think I'm giving him 5.5 out of 10 because he couldn't just click that match, but he was able to bring some flair into the midfield area and stability into the midfield area where Jorginho could not be able to. Guys, let me know your opinions. Let me know what you think about Loftus-Cheek in the game as well. We move next to Projan. Projan. He was absolutely the one I was talking of when I was talking about youngster Chelsea, a striker that I think he can do well in the field of play. Projan is just a typical striker. He has gone out for a couple of loans, and right now, hey, West Ham wanted to get him, but Chelsea say no. They still see him as the future for Chelsea. And I think he is just typical one of the best striker that you could actually think of. But Brujan came on and he was able to give a spectacular move for sure. He was able to do some stuff, but you don't expect that much from him because he's also coming back from injury. Shows spirit and an eagerness to make the difference, but the fixture mostly passed him by in his short cameo. So, guys, this guy, I think he always determined and he always determined to do best because anytime he comes on, he try his best. But let's see what the season will bring to him because since he's getting a couple of minutes, I think he will be much better. And hey, we move next to the match winner himself, Conor Gallagher. Guys, this guy, Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher. Conor Gallagher is a player. All of us thought this season was the season for Conor Gallagher in Chelsea. Yes, but in Tuchel's game, he came on for a couple of games. But hey, for him to come into this game again and prove his point, I think he's ready. He's ready. The goal alone, the spectacular goal alone, Conor Gallagher score is giving him a spot in the Blues team. Is giving him a spot in the team, and I'm believing that Conor Gallagher will fight his way because for the under Tuchel for the past two games he came on, he wasn't just great. He lost confidence trying to do too much for the club, but ended up making a lot of mistakes for sure. And for him to come in against Crystal Palace in the Eagles' home, a goal that he scored, he didn't celebrate. We all know how he's bound with Crystal Palace. We all know it, and you can't blame him that much, and you can't blame him a lot for not getting on and for not making it a massive deal for himself. But let's see what is going to happen. Let's see how things are going to be working for Conor Gallagher. But I think was just a spectacular goal for him. His Chelsea senior career has not been glittering, but his goal was a literally timely reminder that he does possess genuine quality, something the Eagle know all too well. Absolutely. The Eagles, they know it too well that Conor Gallagher can do the best. He can do anything in the pitch, provided he's given the time. And I think he might be, since he's getting much playing time, I think he could be able to do more and he could be able to do much for himself. Whoever the cap fit, let them wear it and let them wear it. And now, guys, what do you think about Graham Potter? Yeah, because I think, well, I cannot say best because this is just the second game he's handling as a Chelsea manager, but he hasn't lost. Well, kudos to him. His first game was draw in the Champions League, and now he is winning in Crystal Palace. But I think the performance generally wasn't just wasn't just the one I was looking for. But let's see how things could be working for Graham Potter. But I think I wish him very, very well of the best because in Chelsea, what we are looking for is simple, the best. Simple, just give us what we need, and what we need, we are on it forever. And hey, thank you very much, guys. Let me know your opinions and suggestions. Sunday, Wednesday, Chelsea is playing against Milan in the Champions League. Your opinion, let me know in the comment section. And what do you think about, hey, Ashili Sports player ratings as well? And whoever join us, thank you very much for being here. Thank you very much for your time. And we're going to see you next in Chelsea as well. And hey, without much ado, let's see whether we can be able to do the pre-match analysis between Chelsea and Milan in the Champions League, and we could be doing the watch along as well. And hey, without doubt, see you in the next game. And bye.